Hey everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we're checking out the new Google Chromecast audio today. This is very similar to the video product we looked at a couple of days ago, but this one only does sound, and a lot of people were curious about it, so I picked one up and we're going to take a look at it today. This is $35, and all you do is just connect it to your wireless network with an app that's available on the Android and iPhone stores. A free app, of course, gets you connected. You plug this thing into your stereo system. They've got a very short cable that it comes with, but of course this is just a standard headphone jack, so you can get any other kind of compatible cable to connect it up. It also supports optical audio, so if you have a higher end system that supports those fiber optic Toslink cables, you can get a mini Toslink to regular size Toslink adapter, and it's about $10 for that cable, and you'll be able to hook this up to your system digitally also. And what's neat about how this works is that it connects up with your phone wirelessly, of course, but the phone will just tell this where to go. So if you're using Spotify or Google Play or iHeartradio and a number of other supported applications, this will basically go out after it gets instructions from the phone and pull down that audio directly. It's got wireless AC on board, so it can maintain a pretty good wireless connection, and it's really not dependent on the phone for its audio when you're using a supported app. But it also supports Android audio mirroring, and we're going to check out all of this stuff in this video, so don't worry. So you have an Android phone, you can have all of the audio from the phone go to this device, so it doesn't go out on its own, it just relies on the phone to transfer audio to it. And it will work with Google Chrome web browsers too, with the Chromecast extension, so you can send audio from a web browser over here also, and that works pretty much across the entire platform space that Google Chrome runs in, so Mac, PC, Linux, as well as the Google Chrome OS should work to send audio to it. So lots of options for using it. It even looks like a little record on here too. So I wonder if there's actually audio embedded in these grooves. We'll have to find some way to make it play back something with that. So what we're going to do now is just plug this in and try all those things I just mentioned and see how it performs. All right, so we've got everything hooked up. The Chromecast is connected to power, and its analog audio cable is connected to this speaker right here. And you'll see up here in the corner, we've got this Chromecast icon, and if I tap on that, we have a choice now to connect to some different Chromecast devices in my home. So I have an NVIDIA Shield TV downstairs, and we have the Chromecast audio also on my wireless network. So if I just tap on Chromecast audio, you'll get a little beep to indicate that things are hooked up, and there we go. It's now playing back on the Chromecast audio, not through the phone. And what's neat about this, because we're using the iHeartradio app, is that the Chromecast is getting instructions to go out to iHeartradio and grab that audio itself. So right now, this is really just acting as a remote control. The audio is coming down over to this device. So pretty neat way to get audio going. Right now the apps are kind of limited. It's Spotify, iHeartradio, Google Play Music, and a few others. There's not too many available just yet, but over time, as we saw with the original Chromecast, I expect we'll see many more apps supporting it. Now we're going to take a look at mirroring audio from our Android phone to this device. So let's hook up the Moto X and see how that works. Now, audio mirroring on Android works through the Chromecast app. It does not work on the iPhone or iPad. So if you have an iOS device, it's only going to work with supported apps. This feature you're about to see will work with anything on your device. So what we've got right now is the Chromecast app booted up. I'm going to tap that icon on the corner there and go over to Cast Screen/Audio. I'm going to just go over here and select the Chromecast audio, and it will connect up. The only issue, though, is that the audio takes a bit of time to get over to the Chromecast. So we're going to load up Sonic the Hedgehog here, running on one of my emulators. It's going to be a little noisy here, but watch this. See how long it takes to get the ring sound? So a long delay between the time that something happens on screen. Let me get out of here real quick. It's a very long delay between the time that something happens on screen and the time you're going to hear it. This is the same for video too. So your videos are going to be dramatically out of sync while you're watching them, because there is a very long delay between the time that the audio leaves here and gets to the Chromecast. So if you're trying to use this for video watching, this is not going to work for you at all. It's going to work great for music. That really doesn't depend on having an image synced up with it, but there is a delay between the time that something happens here and you hear it. So just keep that in mind. Now, the same issue does also occur with web browsers too. So if you're using the Chrome browser to extend audio, which you're going to see here in just a second, you will also have that same issue. But let's get this computer going and we'll listen to some audio samples. Now in the Chrome web browser, there is an extension here called Google Cast, and if you click on that, it will find all of the available Chromecast devices in your home and let you know what you can stream to. So if you have a video Chromecast, you can send the image and audio that's displayed on a tab. In this case, we're just doing audio, so we've got the audio library from YouTube here currently casting to our Chromecast audio. And what I'm going to do now is just hit the play button on this web page. This is Google's YouTube music library, so you can hear how this sounds. So it sounds pretty good. Now, what you're hearing is going through my TriCaster, my mixer and everything, so it might be degrading the audio a little bit. I didn't have time to really tweak everything, but I did hook up headphones to it, and it sounds as good as my iPhone, as well as my Moto X here, and the LG G4, and all the other high-end phones I've been looking at over the last couple of weeks. So the audio quality is going to sound very good. It sounds good on headphones. It sounds good when it's playing through speakers. It really is every bit as good as other kinds of devices like this, including the ones from Apple that connect up to your system. So really nice, small, inexpensive, and it does the job. This is not going to be for audiophiles though, because if you're doing FLAC files and some of the higher end audio, again, you're compressing and streaming it over to this device. This is really designed for the streaming services, and it really does those things quite well and gets it over to your speaker system. Very low power, very simple to use, and if you saw my video on the Chromecast, it pretty much works the same way as the video version of the product does. So $35, not a bad price, solid audio, very easy to configure, and just know that it's not going to be well suited for video or gaming given the syncing issues that you saw earlier in this video. So listen to your music or podcasts with it, and that's pretty much all you're going to do. This is Lon.TV. Thanks for watching. This channel is brought to you by the generosity of my Patreon supporters. If you find the channel helpful, you too can contribute for as little as $1 a month. Visit Lon.TV/Patreon to learn more.